So guys, Chris is in the living room studying right now. I'll just take this gift that Anna bought, or sorry, Anna sent to us and show to him. Let me see what exactly he's going to say. Coffee, can I come for a minute? Can you put on the light, please? See what Anna sent to us.
It's very nice.
And then see the card she sent. Just read it.
I think you're a great person just the way you are, and I'm excited to one day see you grow into a mommy. No matter when that will be, I want you to know that you are loved and truly a great friend to me. Lots of love. Miss you being in Dublin and us hanging out and thinking of our time together with great love. And I'm grateful for your friendship. Oh, okay, it started from here.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for a friendship and that I can always count on you. The late presence is just able to you that your dreams are not too big with God on your side. That the future is holding good things for you. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Thank
like
you
I haven't
very
even
much.
said anything to her yet, and she sent this to us.
No problem. But you know, say if not another person send them to you, you thought saying they put pressure on you.
No, nobody has ever sent me a onesie.
But that's what we do now. When you go for wedding, people
Yeah.
will buy you baby bath,
Okay,
soap,
baby things, yeah.
and all these things. People regard them as people
Pressure.
putting pressure on you.
Yeah, maybe just because now my mindset has changed.
Not true, of course. That's exactly what it is. When you know you think differently over time. Who you were when you got married is different from who you were
Right now.
When,
Delving
you know,
early. We
many
found
years
out I've
later.
attacked like a lion.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, she's
Hey
done.
guys, so something mysterious happened today which has just blown my mind away, and I shared on my Instagram story, but I still felt like I should come on here on YouTube and share with you guys. So my friend Anna, if you've been watching my videos from way back when, you will know Anna from Ireland. So Anna, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure.
Sent me a gift. It took a very long time to finally get here because she sent it like way before Christmas, but thanks to the lockdown, I think it's taken a longer time. So it's like New Year's, past New Year now, and I just called her this morning telling her that Anna, your gift just arrived, and she was like, oh, call me, sorry, I'll call you back on a video call, just give me a few minutes. So she called me back on a video call and she was like, oh, she wants to see me unwrap the gift. And I was like, okay, because she was like, she wants to see my reaction. So I was like, okay, why exactly does Anna want to see my reaction when I'm unwrapping a gift? So I start to unwrap the gift and something fell out. It was a baby onesie. Guys, I have never ever in my life gone to buy a baby onesie, like, because I just couldn't go through the torture of buying baby clothes and keeping them at home. So I usually would just buy them for other people and, you know, like gift them out. So Anna was like, oh, she's always seen me buying baby gifts for other people, and she just felt like for the manifestation of what she hopes for me to enjoy very soon, she just thought that it would be nice for her to send me a baby onesie. And I'm like, Anna, like seriously, we never talked about babies before. So Anna still doesn't know that we are expecting. My goodness, the mystery behind this, like the shock by the time I get to tell her that this has already happened. Anyways, I'm just here today to talk about what exactly has been happening so far with my pregnancy, my first trimester. It's more like a bump date from the time that I found out that I was pregnant up until today, which and then I'll also get to let you guys know what has happened so far with my visit to the doctor and also the midwife. First of all, I think according to the app that I use here, so it's a really nice app that I've been using here. Like I said, I haven't had my ultrasound scan done, so this is like a 3D visualization of what the baby is expected to look like right now. How cool is that? And I can actually like play around it. If you guys can see the around there, and baby can move like upside down. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And according to this app here, it says that from the time, of course, that I had my last period to today, my baby is 12 weeks 3 days, and it has a special sound effect of a heartbeat, which is just very relaxing to listen to, which I just enjoy. And I can also get to see the size of what the baby looks like today. So it reads, now weighing approximately 14 grams. Your developing baby is about the size of a keyline. Very interesting. So So I've just written down a few things and I'll be going through them with you guys today. So how far along am I gone? 12 weeks, 3 days. I don't know if I'm even gone past that. To be honest, I feel like if I go for an ultrasound scan, I might just be like 16 weeks because I still don't know how far gone I am. Weight gain. So let's go back to 6 weeks after I found out that I was pregnant. I was supposed to have an ultrasound scan, which was a pre-treatment test for an IVF treatment for my husband and I. And I went for my appointment, and once I lay down on the table, the tech placed the probe on my pelvis, and the first question he asked me was, have you had any history with fibroids? And once he asked me that question, I don't even know how, somehow my emotions just went flat. Because it was like, my goodness, am I having to deal with this thing again? I thought they said they took out every fibroid. It was quite depressing to know that I was going to have to deal with fibroids through my pregnancy, but all he just told me was, I can't let you know what is going on with your scan because this is not an official pregnancy scan. You're only here because you were sent from the IVF clinic, so your results will be sent to the IVF doctor who will let you know what exactly is happening right now. I guess you've done a pregnancy test at home to know that you are positive, and I was like, yes, I have. So I walked out of that room that day without knowing what size my embryo was, or if the heart was beating, or what stage the pregnancy was anyways. So fast forward to 9 weeks later, I had my first appointment with the midwife. That was my first encounter with any healthcare professional when regarding this pregnancy. So basically I walked into her office and the first thing she said to me was, Chichi, welcome and congratulations on your pregnancy. And for some reason my eyes just started to well up. I started crying because for the very first time those words were coming from a stranger, and I think it was just because it just felt like nobody had said those words to me. They just meant like the entire world at that point. So once she said it, I started crying. Of course, she had to calm me down and ask me to sit down. And then once I was calm, we now started going through all of my hospital information, and she let me know all of the tests that I will have to run, including a chromosomal abnormality test for the baby. Just because of my age, she was like, we need to do that. We might need to do that around the 20th week if we find any abnormality, but anyways, it's all in God's hands, so we're trusting and believing that all will be well. And then she also let me know some risks associated with women of my race when it comes to pregnancy. And finally, she was like, I should climb a scale in her office. So I climbed the scale. Prior to pregnancy, my scale had always been between 55 to 58 kg. As a normal BMI, I just never added weight. I never lost. That was just the range I always fell in between. Once I climbed that that scale, I found out that my weight was 61.4 kg. The excitement that I felt at that point, because I was like, my goodness, there's actually something growing in me, you know. It was so exciting to just see that my weight had exponentially increased. And yeah, maternity clothes, I still haven't changed the clothes that I have yet because I haven't exactly put on weight so much, and I'm not exactly going anywhere right now. So yeah, there's no point to it. I'll just keep managing what I have until when I really need to go shopping for new clothes. Stretch marks, I haven't exactly observed any stretch marks on my skin, but this week I noticed that my skin started to get really dry. So I'm pretty itchy around this region to my back. So I had to just boost up on my moisturizing routine. How am I sleeping? My sleeping pattern has changed drastically. I can't sleep until about between 1 a.m. till about 3 a.m. ish. So I'm usually like up at night very late. So that's like insomnia, but once I get to sleep, yeah, that's not a problem. It's kind of difficult, of course, assuming some positions now to sleep. I can't consciously just lie on my back to sleep, but sometimes I actually wake up in the middle of the night and I find myself just lying on my back. I can actually still lie on my tummy, but I just have to tilt a little bit. So I try to just, you know, like lift one knee, place on Chris's body, and then that way I can actually get to sleep. Poor man. Also, I get to sweat a lot at night, so I need the windows open even though it's winter. Chris is like, your body's now like a factory, so you like, I sweat in the middle of the night, so it's always nice to just have the windows open and have some cool air at night. Energy, I think, excuse me, that happens very often, I'm sorry. My energy level is beginning to come back. Earlier times of my pregnancy, I noticed, especially between 7 weeks to about 10 weeks, I wake up in the morning very energetic with a large, like a high burst of energy, but somewhere around like 5 p.m. I start to feel very exhausted, fatigue just sets in, and then I don't feel like talking a lot, you know, like my mouth just literally goes bland and I'm not in the mood to talk. And then a little bit of nausea. I won't say that I have experienced bad, no, I haven't had like bad nausea experiences at all. No morning sicknesses, no vomiting episodes yet, so that's a good sign. And thirst, I'm usually very thirsty. I honestly did not used to drink as much water as I have been drinking since I found out that I was pregnant. I used to be that person who always go to the office and I'll be looking at my colleagues like strangers, because I was always like, why are you guys drinking so much water in this cold weather? But right now I am always thirsty. Frequent urination, that one comes with pregnancy. I was already waiting for that to happen, but somehow mine is not so frequent. I'll say like I go like once or twice at night, and it's not really a bother for me because right now I'm not exactly working. So even if I want to wake up like 5 times at night, it's not like I have somewhere that I'm going off to early in the morning that I really need to sleep and make sure that I am kind of like alert or active for the next day. Maybe by the time I start working, then I will start grumbling about that symptom. Constipation, I've experienced that a little bit. Now prior to pregnancy, I used to take iron tablets because I was always anemic thanks to the fibroids and my heavy bleeding. But once I got pregnant, I shoved my multivites and all the prenatal, I don't even know what I was thinking, but I just threw them away. I was like, now you guys can go, except folic acid, of course. So I stopped taking all those minerals and vitamins. I just stopped. But once I went for my 9-week midwife appointment, they had done a blood test and they found out that I was anemic, so they advised that I run back to my iron tablets. So I had to go back to get some more iron tablets and I started taking them. Of course, one of the side effects of iron is constipation, and I started to notice that, but thankfully it hasn't been too bad. I try to drink as much water as possible and just take more fruits and vegetables right now. So thankfully I haven't had to deal with anything like hemorrhoids. I hope that doesn't ever get to happen, of course, because I've heard so many bad things about that one. About my sex drive, guys, some TMI here. Let's see. Of course, in the early phases of the pregnancy, I wasn't just interested. I literally sent my libido on a Christmas holiday somewhere I'm not too sure of. But somehow, I think with my energy coming back now, I'm beginning to feel more like myself. So hopefully, we'll be getting some. Burping, I honestly did not realize that this was associated with pregnancy. So I noticed that some nights when I get to have dinner and lie down on my bed, once I sit up, I start to have like constant burps, and I'm usually like, Chris has to like beat my back. I think it's just in preparation for you to know what the baby actually gets to go through, you know, with burping and having to rub their backs. It's just an amazing thing that I did not know was associated with pregnancy. But yeah, it's like my tummy is obstructed by a lot of things now, and you literally have to hit my back for all the gas to just, you know, go down. Gassing, or is it bloating, or will I call it flatulence? My goodness, some things just come out of my body these days that I did not even know that I could produce, you know, like it's like 3 people in me now are producing different scents at the same time. I pity my husband. We have to open the window all the time because yeah, it's not a funny thing at all. No workout once I found out that I was pregnant because I just couldn't bear jumping around, you know. Like I used to work out a lot, but somehow once I got pregnant, I just stopped. I got really tired lots of times and I just couldn't keep up with working out. Spotting or bleeding, for the last 1 week I noticed that I started, I don't even know if to call it spotting or bleeding, but I'm just trying to stay positive. I tried to call the hospital, but I think now with the COVID and anything that is not emergency, they're not exactly interested to attend to anybody, so they just told me what to keep an eye on. If I notice any exponential increase in my bleed, I should call the hospital, so that yeah, I just rush into the emergency department. But thankfully it's not too bad, so I'm just staying positive and trusting and believing God through this pregnancy. I think some positive part of my pregnancy is my skin is beginning to look a little, I think my skin is looking better. I think I'm looking brighter. I don't have any foundations on right now, so this is just my normal skin, no acne. Thankfully, I'm not having to deal with that. No vomiting episodes, no morning sickness, no food cravings. Like, I don't have any particular thing that I actually desire or crave for right now. So that's it, guys, with me and this pregnancy. I'll just be rounding up with a bump shot. So this is what your girl looks like right now. My linea alba is beginning to show. Yay! The other day Chris was like, no, you're not just looking like you have a bloated tummy, you actually look like you're pregnant, with the linea alba now being more obvious. But anyways, yes guys, that's it for my first trimester update. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and of course my prayer goes out to every woman who is in the waiting room. I believe that soon enough your heart's desire will be granted and you will be able to rejoice and also enjoy the joys of motherhood, as they call it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you in the comment section. Do leave a comment, as I would love to interact with all of you guys there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.